88435 is cat. It is a strapless crepe and charmeuse. It has beautiful seaming done with top stitching with an asymmetric charmeuse drape and a detachable bias band. It has a fit and flare skirt done with a jersey lining and beautiful buttons cascade to the end of the chapel length train. The color shown is ivory. 88436 is a cat eye strapless basque waistline with asymmetric draping. This is a box pleated ball gown skirt in Mikado featuring pockets, and it has a corset back treatment. It has a chapel length train. The color shown is ivory, and it is also available as 88436Z as a zipper option only. Style 88437 is a crepe cowl Sabrina neckline. It is done with long sleeves that are detailed by pearls and a V treatment on the hand. It has a natural waistline, fit and flare skirt, which is lined in jersey, a plunging V-back treatment, and pearl buttons to the end of the chapel length train. The color shown is ivory. Style 88438 Cadence. This is a Mikado strapless with a cuff detail, natural waistline, circular cut A-line skirt with floating tonal beaded lace. It has a detachable belt and pockets, and it's finished with buttons to the end of the chapel length train. The color shown, ivory. 88439 is a crepe sweetheart neckline with a crepe draping under the bust line. It is a tonal non-beaded lace on this crepe and jersey fit and flare skirt. It has buttons to the very end of a chapel length train that's detailed with tonal lace at the hemline. The color shown is ivory. 88440 is a square neckline in Mikado. It has exposed boning, beautiful beaded lace details, basque waistline, and it has a box pleat ball gown skirt. It has pockets, and it has a gorgeous scalp illusion cathedral length train with buttons on the very back. The color shown is ivory. 88441 Camilla is actually paired with the T&G TG1094 L120. This is the matching lace cathedral length veil. The color shown is ivory. 88442 is Caitlin. This is a corded illusion lace Queen Anne neckline with long sleeves. It is a charmeuse draped under the bust line with a peekaboo lace sweetheart neckline. It has beautiful couture seaming, an A-line skirt, and a front slit. It has an illusion and lace back treatment with buttons up the back, and the buttons cascade to the end of the chapel length train. We will also be offering this as 88442X without the front slit. 88443 is Kenya. This is a corded Alençon lace V neckline, long sleeve, done with an illusion bodice. It is a fit and flare skirt done with a jersey lining, and it has a keyhole back treatment, buttons to the end of a sweep length illusion train. We're also showing you 88443 LND, which is the front lined bodice option of Kenya. Color shown, ivory. 88444 is a lavish satin scoop neckline done with couture seaming and boning, a basque waistline, and a tulle ball gown skirt. It's detailed with bow treatments in the back with buttons to the end of the zipper, and it has a chapel length train. The color shown is off-white ivory. 88445 is Knox. This is a charmeuse, one shoulder, done with beautiful couture seaming, basque waistline. This is an asymmetric fit and flare done in charmeuse, and it has a jersey lining. It has buttons over the back zipper, and it has an asymmetric chapel length train. The color shown is ivory. 88446 is Kelly. This is a crepe draped off the shoulder, ruched bodice done with a natural waistline and a circular cut lavish satin skirt. This is done with pockets. It has buttons over the back zipper that cascades down into this cathedral length train. The color is off-white ivory. 88447 is Kendall. This is a stretch Mikado, asymmetric ruched fit and flare, done with an illusion lace peekaboo sweetheart neckline. It has a front slit detail and detachable sleeves that are sold separately as 88447SL. The color shown is ivory latte. The back is an illusion V treatment with buttons that trickle down to the end of the chapel length train. The style is also available as 88447X without the front slit. 88448 is Cara. This is an envelope sweetheart neckline done with an A-line Mikado skirt. It's done with pockets, and you'll see it's adorned with gorgeous hand beading on the back bodice with exposed boning and a Mikado cuff. It's finished with buttons to the end of the chapel length train, and the color shown is ivory latte. 88449 is a chiffon ruched halter plunge neckline. It has a ruched midriff, and it has an A-line chiffon skirt with a beautiful slit. It has a low back treatment with buttons over the back zipper and a chapel length train. The color shown is ivory latte and is also offered as 8844X with no slit option. 88450 is a portrait collar charmeuse. It has an asymmetric draping and has a natural waistline. It is an asymmetric fit and flare skirt with a slit. It has buttons that finish the back bodice and trail onto a chapel length train. It also will be offered as 88450X without the front slit. The color shown is ivory. 88451 is Kira. It is a stretch Mikado cat eye strapless neckline with side ruching on an A-line skirt. It's finished with buttons to the end of the zipper, and it has a chapel length train. The color shown is ivory. 88452 is Cassie. This is a plunge V neckline done with an inset waistline with couture seaming, and it is a stretch Mikado fit and flare skirt. It has a beautiful square detail in the back, and it has buttons over the back zipper to the end of the chapel length train. The color shown is ivory. 88453 is Carrie Ann. It is a strapless cat eye neckline with side ruching and an embroidered crinkle organza. It has a natural waistline, and it has a pleated A-line skirt featuring a front slit. It has off-the-shoulder straps, which are sold as 88453SL, and it has buttons over the back zipper down to the end of the chapel length train. We'll also be showing you 88453 LNDX. This is a fully lined bodice option without the front slit, which is also available. The color shown is ivory. 88454 is a strapless brocade fit and flare gown. It has a natural waistline, and this is also offered as 88454A in a stretch Mikado version. The back is finished with buttons to the end of a chapel length train, and it is paired with a detachable train and sold as 88454DT. The color shown is ivory. 88455 is an illusion Sabrina neckline done in a cotton Venice lace. It is done with a chantilly illusion bodice with exposed boning and a demi-cup. It has a natural waist and an A-line skirt. It has a scoop back treatment. It has buttons over the back zipper, and it has a chapel length train. The color shown is sand ivory sand latte. We're also showing you 88455 LND that is shown here in ivory latte. Style 88457 BOD is an illusion all-over lace bodice. It is a sweetheart neckline basque waist with exposed boning. The skirt is a fit and flare in all-over lace, finished with buttons to the end of the chapel-length train. Color shown is sand ivory latte. We will also be showing you the Keeley bodice, which is 88457 BOD LND, which is a fully lined bodice. The color shown is ivory ivory. 88458 is Kendra. This is a latte illusion neckline done with a plunge treatment. It is beaded lace and it is a sparkle sequined underlay with floating lace appliques on this full A-line style that has a slit. It has a deep scoop back neckline and a chapel-length train. The color shown is sand ivory latte. We will also be showing you 88458N LND is the lined option and the higher neckline version. This is ivory ivory latte. 88459 is an off-the-shoulder illusion bodice that is a basque waistline. This is delicately beaded embroidered lace and it is a chantilly lace A-line skirt finished with a beaded hem lace. It has buttons over the back zipper that trail down onto the end of the chapel-length train. The color shown is nude ivory latte. Also showing you 88459 LND is your ivory ivory version for the fully lined bodice option. 88460 is Kali. This is a hand-beaded V neckline with a pearl treatment and an all-over beaded chantilly lace. It has a natural waistline, illusion bodice, and it has an A-line chiffon skirt with a slit. It has a detachable beaded pearl belt, which is included, V back treatment with buttons over the back zipper, and it has a chapel-length train. Also, we are offering this as 88460X without the front slit. 88461 is Kiki. This is a beaded spaghetti strap square neckline with an illusion bodice and a beaded lace. It is a sparkle tulle underlay mini. It's paired here with a detachable overskirt, which is 88461 DT. The style shown is in nude ivory latte. We're also showing you 88461 LND in ivory ivory. This is a fully lined bodice option. 88462 is Krista. This is a cat eye pearl detailed trimmed bodice, and it's an underlay of chantilly lace and hand beading on top. It is an illusion bodice and it has detachable off-the-shoulder straps, and this has a pearl detail on the back zipper and a chapel-length train. The color shown is sand ivory ivory and also comes in ivory ivory. 88463 is Kylie. This is a scoop neckline with hand beaded pearls at the neckline. It has an illusion bodice, exposed boning, and a basque waistline. It is an all-over beaded chantilly, and the lining is in jersey and organza. It has buttons to the end of the chapel-length train. The color shown is nude ivory light gold. We're also showing you 88463 LND. That is the fully lined option in ivory ivory. 88464 is an all hand beaded illusion high neckline done with long sleeves, and it is a Mikado inset waistline with a circular cut skirt and pockets. It has a keyhole detail in the back, and it has pearl buttons to the end of the chapel-length train. We'll also be showing you style 88464 LND. This is the front lined bodice, and the color is ivory ivory latte.